Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla introduced the fearsome King Caesar, who together with Godzilla took down Mechagodzilla. And Terror of Mechagodzilla, second best Godzilla film by the way, introduced the ancient sea dinosaur Titanosaurus. Though this isn't a huge debate like Monster vs. Godzilla vs. Heisei Godzilla, it's still a debate that's had its round on social media in the past few years, slowly turning into a more and more heated subject. So that's why I made this video today, to give you the proof you need and finally end this debate. Today we answer who would win, the guardian of Okinawa King Caesar versus the amphibious dinosaur Titanosaurus. First up, what are the categories we'll be covering? We'll be discussing strength, speed, IQ, battle IQ, durability, hand-to-hand combat, abilities, and finally agility. Now for some simple rules. Of course, neither of them can call upon Godzilla for help. We'll be saying this fight takes place maybe somewhere in the countryside, and we'll be assuming Titanosaurus is not under mind control, but is simply wanting to fight King Caesar for some reason. Very simple battle for two simple kaiju. Now without further ado, let's get into it. Strength. Starting with King Caesar. Firstly, Caesar was able to slam Mechagodzilla, and for those who don't have every kaiju's weight memorized like myself, Showa Mechagodzilla weighs 40,000 metric tons. Secondly, actually that's it. Despite Caesar being marketed so much for the movie, he really doesn't do much. Next is Titano. Firstly, his tail. It has some very strong muscles, being able to produce winds up to 300 meters a second, which was enough to push Godzilla to the ground and make him start rolling all over the place. Secondly, and more impressively, his jaw. Being able to lift and throw Godzilla with nothing but his jaw strength. Which for some info, this Godzilla weighs 20,000 metric tons. And to add on some more, Titanosaurus kicked Godzilla so hard that he not just sent him flying in the air, but when Godzilla landed, he created a crater in the ground. So with our little bit of information, who wins strength? Well, pretty easily the winner for strength is Titanosaurus. Speed. Next up we have speed. And just an FYI, we will be using land speed, since it's unfair to put Caesar in the water up against an aquatic kaiju. First up is Caesar, and, well... Hello? Yeah, there's really nothing here. What I can find, he can jump 1,000 meters into the air, which is impressive, but we don't have any statements for his running speed. And when I say there isn't much, I mean it. I literally couldn't find anything. Now, of course, on a Titanosaurus. Oh, for crying out loud. Again, we have practically nothing. So who wins speed? Well, given that neither of them have a confirmed speed, we'll have to go out on a limb. And I'm going to say King Caesar takes this category. Reason being the way his legs are built. Titanos are very stiff, being designed for swimming rather than running, while Caesar is much like a human, having long, flexible legs. So speed goes to King Caesar. Next up is IQ. We're going to go ahead and just throw battle IQ in as well, as I'm going to have to give both of these points to Caesar. Just due to the fact that Titano won't be under mind control, this will be his first time fighting another kaiju, so he doesn't have the skills and experience like King Caesar does. Next up is durability. Who can take more attacks in the arena? And give me some time to explain, but it's easily Titano. Given that in Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla, King Caesar was roaring in pain from Mechagodzilla's missiles, while Titanosaurus took hits from a much stronger version of Godzilla who took even stronger missiles with minor damage. Alone is enough proof for Titano being more durable. The winner for durability, as I've said, is Titanosaurus. Next up is hand-to-hand combat. And I'll say it now, this is insanely close. Let's start with King Caesar. First up, how does he fight? King Caesar fights mostly by ramming into his enemies, using his weight to slam and knock over his foes. And he also has very quick hands. He's able to land punches effectively and land many different types of blows. And now, of course, Titano. Which I just want to say,
put some respect on my name. You understand me? When y'all saying my name, put some respect on it.
Titano's one of the few kaiju to go toe-to-toe with Godzilla and come out unscathed. He was able to keep up and land blows on Godzilla, in my favorite kaiju fight of all time. He was able to quickly use his wide range of abilities to help him. Granted, that was all thanks to the mind control, but I imagine if Titano went to a fight like this, he would know his own limitations and abilities and how to use them. So who wins hand-to-hand combat? This one is super close. I was thinking about saying it's a tie, but I'm gonna have to give the edge to Titanosaurus. Just the fact that Titano went tooth and nail with Godzilla, he takes this category. Next up are their abilities. Starting with Caesar, Prism Eyes. This allows Caesar to reflect beams back at his enemies, though this won't be useful given Titano doesn't have a beam. And, he can jump? That's it. Next up is Titano. First, as we've mentioned, he has tailwinds, being able to knock over Godzilla, meaning he should also be able to knock over King Caesar. Jumping. Just like Caesar, he can jump very, very high. And finally, Amphibianosis, which won't be helpful in this fight. So who wins abilities? Titanosaurus takes this category, but there isn't much in the first place. And finally, agility. And I'm just going to put this outright, this is a perfect tie. They're both incredibly agile on the battlefield. Neither of them have a noticeable edge over the other. So for agility, it's a tie. So with all the points added up, we have a score of 5-4. And well, even though one of them has more points than the other, I can't decide who wins. There are strong arguments for both of them. For example, Titano could win thanks to his insane strength and durability, only needing to land a few blows. However, King Caesar could win due to the fact that he actually knows how to fight, unlike Titano. So while Caesar is weaker, the fact that he knows how to fight will help him a lot. Now, if Titano was under mind control, he would slam with no difficulty. But since we're saying he's free of any mind control in this fight, we just don't know how well he would do. So for the first time ever in my versus battle videos, we have our first tie. I know I said we'd have a winner, but I legitimately can't choose one. So go ahead and have a war in the comment section below, and tell me who you think would win and why. And wait, before you go, I have some news. The uploads will be slowing down until Christmas, since I have to work on the 10 days of Christmas videos. Though I will be streaming quite a bit, and I'll have maybe random videos here and there, but don't expect weekly videos until around after Christmas. Make sure to join the Discord server link down below, and until next time everybody, keep collecting. Godzilla Guy out. See ya.